Hey everyone, Dan here again. Today I want to go through the number one job of a catcher, which is right in the name, catching the ball, like literally catcher, okay? Because in levels of priority, number one is being able to catch the ball. Number two is being able to block the ball, which we'll put a video out probably next week. And number three is throwing the ball around the bases. Because if you think about it, the reason that number one and two are catching and blocking is because you look at a game, the amount of times that you're going to have to catch or block a ball is going to be way more often than when somebody's stealing a base or having to throw it to a base. So one is catching, two is blocking, and then number three is throwing. So we'll go in that order. So I consider this video catching 101. So for kids who have started to, who are okay at actually just playing catch, because before you can even practice the skills of getting into a crouch catching position, see a lot of times people just need to learn how to play regular catch. They'll flip the glove over like this, keep their elbow inside. So you really just want to start in a way that actually develops their ability to just play catch. And then start to work in new variables like getting into a crouch position. And so I'm going to go from simplest to more advanced drills that really anyone can do. And the simplest way will be really good for younger ages, and the more advanced way will be great for younger ages and even people who are older and playing at higher levels. So first, I like to try and eliminate as many variables as we can to help them focus on just developing the hand-eye coordination to actually catch a ball. And so I'll show you the simplest way first, because I do find at young ages kids are just having trouble even just catching the ball with their glove on, like I said. So a really nifty tool that's fun for the kids and really affordable is this. I don't really know what it's called, but here it is. It says the Reach Volley, whatever that is, okay? It's got Velcro on it and tennis balls work with it. And once again, you're trying to eliminate variables, meaning give them less to think about. Because if they only have to focus on one, maybe two things at a time, they're going to be more likely to feel successful and be successful at it versus throwing a bunch at them and they have to coordinate their bodies and try and catch a ball when they're literally just learning how to just do that. So all you would do is I'm going to have my demo person come out here. Come here, Jeff. So you'll go right out here. He's going to toss the ball to me. I'll face this way so he's not blocking the camera. Just standing up, athletic position. We're making sure that their elbow stays out and that it doesn't drop underneath the glove, or in this case, this Velcro thingy. And they're working on just catching the ball and hitting this. All they have to do is tap it, okay? Now, the ball might stick to it. Sometimes they're not so sticky. So the goal here is only to just touch the ball, basically. If you catch it, great. If not, as long as you smack this, that's a success, okay? So it'll just look like this. You'll have a partner throwing it underhand to you, so mom or dad or guardian or aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whoever you have could just do a bunch of reps like this. Nice and athletic, okay? And all you're trying to do is catch the ball. That's it. Makes it real simple, okay? When they get good at this, you know, the kids want to get into a crouch position. So if you go back to the stance video that I made, you can teach them what stances to go into, but then you just go into a crouch position and do the same thing. So I'm down here, primary stance, okay? And doing a couple drills like here, a bunch of reps. Let's say they get really good at this and they're ready to move on. The next logical thing to do would be implement an actual glove and a regular ball instead of a tennis ball or a squishier one if they're nervous, or even a wiffle ball if they're nervous to catch the ball. But we'll use a regular ball. So once again, now all they're trying to do is the same thing, but instead of just touching the ball, now they're trying to squeeze it in. So I like to start standing, just catching the ball, okay? I'll do a framing video. Today's not that one. It's just developing the ability to have the foundations of being a catcher, okay? So you're just working on catching the ball, okay? One more. All right. And then we go into a crouch position once again. So I'm here, catching the ball. All right, so once again, standing to squatting, developing the ability to just catch a ball by just having to touch it or have something that catches it for you, moving to a glove. The last drill that you can start to implement, if you get really good at those, is going bare hand, okay? When you catch the ball, if your hands are in the glove, you're really going to catch it between these three fingers. So what I like to do is try and have kids do that. However, if they're still developing that hand-eye coordination, that's tough to do. So even if they catch the ball with their whole hand, I'm okay with that. As they get older and more advanced, now I'm going to get annoying and have them catch it with three fingers like this, okay? So this would be the last progression that I would do with someone who's developing. And then from there, we can get more complex and have some real fun by holding a ball in your hand and trying to catch it, or having to catch golf balls, things like that, okay? So I'm gonna do my best not to screw this up. All right, Jeff, you can move a little bit closer to me. Bare hand, you want it to be a little softer, okay? So he's gonna throw it to me, standing up, okay, catching it. And now here's the thing with this. You want your hands to be soft, but your wrists to be stiff. Because the last thing you want to do is have your hand moving all over the place and being kind of jello-y, because the ump is not going to call that a strike. So you really want to make sure that you're stiff and you can stop the ball, but not so stiff that the ball hits out of your hand. So it's kind of an oxymoron. Stiff, but soft, okay? So stiff wrist, soft hands. So right here, okay, one more. Okay, and then now I'm going to try and do it in a squatted position. So once again, start simple, then add variables in. So now they have to squat, get in their primary or their secondary stance, and then we'll just do the same drill. Give me a little more juice. Okay, and that's very basic progression from simple to complex. And like I said, making sure their elbows stay outside the ball, soft hands, stiff wrists. Thanks.